the powerful, the strong, the skilled, the bizarre, the heroes, and the villains. Welcome to Saturday Night Thunder, where anyone can be a superstar.
Set a bar and never grow. Vision dreams you'll never know unless you dedicate your life to show that you exist. Don't break the mold.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Thunder. I'm your host, Angus Critiques, and joining me is the newest member of the SNT crew, Mr. Ryan Huckabee. How you doing tonight, Ryan? I'm telling you, Angus, I am beyond excited to be a part of Saturday Night Thunder. Thank you so much for having me be your co-commentator. Well, I'll take any excuse to not be trapped in a room with Bert Chipman for hours at a time. But either way, it's great to have you on board, Ryan. Thanks again, Angus. And it is time for us to head on down to the floor for our opening contest. And it looks like the Meat Wave is going to be our first introduction into the new era of SNT. Douglas Big Ham Bacon and Walter the Weenie are the, well, how would you describe them as a tag team, Angus? Not good. I honestly don't think much more needs to be said than that, Ryan. I gotta agree with you there, Angus. Douglas is a bit too full of himself, I would say. Walter at least has enthusiasm. I could see that kid, after some training, maybe a lot of training, actually accomplishing something here. As an athlete, he's lacking in pretty much every sort of physical category, but as a person, Walter's actually an incredibly nice man. I've had conversations with him backstage. Really good fellow. Really nice guy. Has a thing for model trains.
People of Indianapolis, do not worry, do not fret, do not concern yourselves with such trepidations. For myself and my partner Walter are quite alright after our little scuffle with Ryback at Warpath. While my body may have been broken, I assure you my pride is well intact. But now, we have more important matters to discuss. For the uninitiated, Saturday Night Thunder recently underwent a talent recruitment spree, picking up all kinds of determined and eager youngsters and adopting them into our purple-laced circled square we call home. Among them are strong warriors, foreign heroes, gravity-defying masters of the sky. SNT's call was answered, and it was answered with enthusiasm and much delight by individuals all over the world. So as a representative of Saturday Night's Thunder, I would like to say, thank you. And with that being said, there are also some new tag teams that have graced us with their presence on this lovely show, and I feel that it is our duty as the premier dynamic duo of SNT to give them a warm welcome and a fair and gentlemanly fight right here, right now. And do not fear, Indianapolis. We shall go easy on them because they are new and inexperienced. But rest assured, the Meat Wave shall emerge victorious just like we did against the Ninja Sex Party. What? We lost against them. Well, we did beat the Gatecrashers, right? Really? Could have sworn we faced them before. It matters not, for we shall become victorious tonight. Without further ado, I present to you our rookie opponents, Doom and Demise.
And as always, another very well-informed speech from Douglas Bacon. So Ryan, you're a well-traveled man. What can you tell me about Doom and Demise? Well, Angus, you see, Doom and Demise are an incredibly dominant tag team. They've wrestled all over the world. They've won a multitude of tag team championships together, most notably in New Japan. When Douglas called these guys rookies, he is throwing a major insult their way. And I don't think either of them are going to take it, Angus. I really don't. These seem like the kind of guys that don't want to mess around that much. They are not, Angus. I can guarantee you that. I've seen these guys wrestle back where I'm from. They are terrifying, to say the least. As Douglas has recently been made aware, the Meat Wave is still unsuccessful in SNT. They have yet to capture a win. And something tells me it's going to stay that way tonight. I'm inclined to agree with you there, Angus, as I believe most people in the crowd and at home are as well. And it's Brother Doom and Douglas Bacon in the ring to start things off. And the crowd's watching. Oh, right out of the gate! Brother Doom getting Douglas in the headlock. Walter watching idly by as his friend getting his neck wrenched in. With someone of Walter's skill level, I don't blame him for not wanting to get in the ring right now. He would be absolutely massacred by Brother Doom and Brother Demise. I think a part of it might be Walter wants to see his master go to work. He wants to see what Douglas has to offer. Douglas has been putting him in the ring most of the time. He wants to see if Bacon has what it takes. Brother Doom taking some time to relax on the sidelines. His Demise watches on. Douglas backing off, going for a chop. Brother Doom. He's got Douglas up. Big slam onto the back. Bacon is already looking beat down. Things might be changing the time. Fireman's carry. Douglas is on his feet once again. We're going to see how long that lasts, Angus. It does not last too long. Oh, maybe it will. Another arm drag. Brother Doom getting a bit stunned here. Douglas Bacon having him on the ropes. Now Douglas with the headlock. He's got him uppercut to Brother Doom. And things have turned this time. Oh, thrown across the ring like a wet paper bag. Brother Demise getting into this competition now. Douglas Bacon is running for his life, looking to tag in. Walter, it's not big enough. Irish whip over the top rope. And now for a little showboating, causing distraction. Hot shot off the top rope. That's Douglas's biggest issue there, is he always wants to show off. I think his bigger issue is the fact that he's not a very good in-ring competitor. I think we also need to address the woman down there in the corner. That is Sister Thorn, formerly Sister Rose. Back when they were in Japan, changing her name in SNT. What can you tell us about Sister Thorn, Ryan? Thorn is not only the manager and valet for Brothers Doom and Demise, but she is also an in-ring competitor herself, focusing on technical mastery and keeping her opponent on the mat, damaging them as much as possible. Oh, the ref has gone down. Oh! Douglas is down as well. And speaking of technical mastery, there's a submission being locked in there. Looks like the accolade has been applied to Douglas Bacon. Is he going to be able to kick out of this one? I wouldn't count on it, Angus. And there he goes. Douglas Bacon is tapping out to Brother Demise. A true brutal display of dominance, not even letting Walter get into the match. Doom and Demise have cemented their place in SNT. I wouldn't say that quite yet, Angus. I want to see them go up against some real competition. Maybe someone like the Gate Crashers, not just the Meat Wave. I think that's a fair statement to make, Ryan. But these guys are gunning for those tag team titles, and they're not going to stop until they get them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the carnage has been cleared, and former women's champion Caitlin Rose is on her way to the ring. Let's jump back to SNT Warpath when Caitlin lost her rematch against Roxanne Oxley for the title. And as you can see there, folks, Oxley reversed the Kinshasa, going into the Stunner to retain her title. The title she won at Summertime Blues when she put Maelstrom through a table, not Caitlin. That's the rule of a triple threat match. The champion doesn't have to be pinned, or in this case go through a table, to lose their title. I know the rule, Angus. I'm just saying, Caitlin's come out here for something. She had her rematch and she lost cleanly. Let's hear what she has to say on the matter.
You're probably expecting me to come out here and be angry. You know what, though? I'm going to admit, I lost fair and square to Roxanne at Warpath. She may not have taken my title off of me directly, but she sure as hell defended it from me last week. She reversed my Kinshasa like it was nothing. Oxley gave me the fight of my life, and I wasn't good enough. I haven't trained enough. I'm going to step down as the #1 contender for the women's hardcore title, because I don't deserve my title back. Not yet. At this point, I don't care who's wearing that belt, as long as it isn't Oxley. I'm going to give my number 1 contendership to a woman I think deserves it. I'm going to give it to Kitty Garcia.
Rose is gonna give up her number 1 contendership? That doesn't make any sense. Why would she do... Oh, what do we have here? What we have here is the general manager of SNT, Mr. Burt Chetman. God, I can smell his BO from here. Seems like you're not too fond of your old commentator. Yet, not really there, Ryan. He was not nice, and he smelled quite bad. Either way, he's the general manager, and he's come out here to say something to Kaitlyn. Whoa. You can't just give your number 1 contendership to Kitty Garcia, Kaitlyn. She hasn't earned it. Just because you're the second best in this division doesn't mean that you get to call the shots. I'm still the general manager here. Even if you could break my jaw.
You're right. I can't call the shots. But I can decide to focus on my training. Kitty is the perfect candidate. She's been training with me for months. She's earned it through her hard work and determination. Roxanne has done nothing but throw her weight around and intimidate the locker room. Kitty has trained day in and day out without so much as one complaint. If anyone deserves to go against Oxley, it's her.
How do I know Kitty's okay with you doing this? She may not want to be number 1 contender. She's not even here right now.
You're right. She isn't. Because she's at the gym, training. She sent me on her behalf. I'll be her trainer, her manager, and with her every step of the way at ringside.
Well, fine then. Let's negotiate a little here, kiddo. She can have the number 1 contendership, but only if she can beat Maelstrom in a 1-on-1 match when she returns next week.
All right, Chetman, you're on. When Kitty wins, she'll be locked in as the number 1 contender.
I wasn't finished there, little lady. Kitty hasn't earned the right to face Roxanne. Just because you gave up your number 1 contendership doesn't mean she automatically gets it. I'm gonna spice things up a little bit here. Kitty will get her title match on 2 conditions. 1, if she beats Maelstrom next week, and 2, if she puts something of her own on the line against Roxanne's title at London Blitz.
All right, Chetman, what might that be then?
Her mask, Miss Rose. I want a title versus mask match at London Blitz. Winner take all.
All right, Bert, you're on. This little bet begins next week. In the meantime, I'm going to do 2 things.
And what might that be?
1, I'm going to train. And 2, I'm going to look at Duke Quinn's fine ass while I'm doing it.
Well, don't let me tell you how to use your time. Have fun, kiddo. I'll see you both next week. A very interesting move on Kaitlyn's behalf. But there you have it, folks. We have our first match set for London Blitz. It'll be Kitty Garcia versus Roxanne Oxley in a mask versus title match.
The GPW era has begun.
The face who runs the place.
I am the best thing going today.
Rest in peace.
The future is standing in front of you.
Be sure to check out GPW for some more Universe Mode action. But right now, it is time for our next match. Right you are, Angus, and now we have 2 brand new debuts in our women's division. Introducing first, Raven Starr. Raven was born in Africa, and after a short stint in TNA, she has made her way to Saturday Night Thunder. And Raven will be going up against another brand new debut, the high-flying Suki Takashi. Before this match starts, Ryan, I want to talk a little more about what we saw between Kaitlyn and Burt. Why the hell would Kaitlyn give up her number 1 contendership? She was gifted 2 rematches in a row. That doesn't happen to a lot of people. Like she said, she claimed she was giving a title shot to someone she believed was more worthy of it than her, giving it to Miss Kitty Garcia. I believe that she's just using this to take the focus off her so she can go and train. It seems like a nice gesture on the surface, but there is some deeper motivation here that we haven't seen yet, Angus. What if Kitty actually does win the title at London Blitz? What's Kaitlyn's plan then? She'll do what any sensible person would in that sense and challenge Kitty Garcia for the title. In Kaitlyn's mind, it's clear to her that Roxanne is better than her and Kitty Garcia. I honestly think that Kaitlyn may be setting Kitty up for failure in this regard. And there's a lot on the line. If she does fail, Kitty will lose her mask. The biggest sign of disrespect to a luchador like her. You know what, Angus? This is enough dwelling on what could be. Let's focus on what is happening right now. The debut of Raven Star and the debut of Suki Takashi. Takashi wrestled in New Japan for years. She's been training her whole life, and she is making her stateside debut here on Saturday Night Thunder. This girl can literally... Girl's the wrong term, I apologize. This woman can literally defy gravity. She is an amazing athlete, and you folks are in for a real treat tonight. And while we have your attention, we would like to give a special thanks to 1551 for their song Break the Mold, the new theme song for Saturday Night Thunder. Thank you very much to Spencer and Jeremy for the song. It is fantastic. I love having new music here. And speaking of new things, stick around until the main event to find out more information about the new SNT Championship we've introduced. And we are in fact still looking for new talent. If you're interested in joining up SNT, check the description for a link to find out more information about how to join up with us. And this match is underway. Takashi already working the legs of Star and the face, working with her own legs. Those kicks are brutal. Raven Star on the ropes, throwing her over. This match is going on the outside. Raven still inside. Looks like she's heading on out now. This match is going to take some fight out here. Another kick to the face and the knees once more. Takashi with an enziguri to the head. Suki back in the ring now. Star collecting herself on the outside. And the fight goes back in between the ropes. Spine buster from Raven Star. And now scraping the head of Suki Takashi. Drop kick to the back. Giving her a bit of a taste of her own medicine. And now Takashi elbow to the stomach. Going back with the kicks once again. Arm drag from Raven Star. And a nice reversal. Elbow to the knee. Suki's got Star by the neck. And looks like she's going for a suplex. Down goes Raven. And now Suki's heading to the top rope. She's looking for something big here. Corkscrew! 450 onto Raven. Like I said, Angus, these women are going to blow your minds. All these new competitors. I'm excited about this. The submission locked in. Might be a little too early for that. It is. Suki fighting out of it. A slap to the face. Down goes Star. And Takashi grabbing her deadlift suplex off the mat. Catching her head on the ropes as she went down. And Suki's now got the pin. Going for the cover kick out at 1. Star and Suki still in this fight. Takashi's got some plotting going on. And Star going... Oh, both women going for the drop kick. I'm not sure who came out better in that scenario. I think Suki did. She's once again going for the deadlift suplex. And she's going to catch her on the ropes again. Oh, just missing it. That could have been nasty. By American standards, some might say Japanese style of wrestling is nasty. Though they gotta learn, it's not nasty. It's called strong style, and it hurts. Raven going for the suplex now. Suki flipping out of it. Oh, a punch to the face. Spinning leg lariat. And down goes Raven once again. And a moonsault off the top rope. That is unbelievable athleticism. Going for the pin. Suki may be able to win it all right here, but she is unable. Kick out at 2. The frustration's mounting in Takashi here. She is wanting this match to be over. Going back with the kicks to the head. Reversal from Star. An arm drag from Suki. Chop to the stomach. Of all places. Not sure why it wasn't the chest instead. Sometimes you just gotta mix things up a little bit. In the corner now. Takashi going for a running spit. Whisper in the wind. DDT. And time to follow it up with a moonsault, but Star rolls out of the way. Amazing athleticism on display from both of these women. And Star slamming Takashi down on her back. Now with a bit of showboating. This match may be over very quickly. Clothesline from Star, and another one. Takashi with a clothesline of her own. The strict Japanese training schedule has paid off. She is dominating this match, a slap to the face. And now Raven being put over the top ropes. I think we're going to be seeing some shades of the boss. Sasha Banks here, double knees to the stomach of Raven Star. The impact from that is devastating. Doing that too much, she might get a cracked rib. But look at that form right down there. And Takashi's going for the cover. This could be all over for Raven Star. And she is down but not out, Angus. Raven Star kicking out. An excellent display from both of these women. Suki is getting frustrated. She is angry. She wants this to be over. She wants to win and be done with it. A kick to the back of the head as she goes down. This is a brutal match to say the least, Angus. The strong style of Takashi just absolutely devastating Raven Star. But Star's resiliency is keeping her in this fight. She has yet to give in. Suki looks to be eyeing something up here. Planning her attack. It's time for her to strike. Fireman's carry. Suki down on her back. Star up to her feet. Arm DDT. Double knees right to the elbow. An uncomfortable position to be in, to say the least. Blitzing. Oh my god, what a combination of strikes right there. And going for the pin, that may be enough to put Takashi away. It is not. Kick out at 2. That blitzing strike did a hell of a lot of damage to Takashi. She may be fast and delivered a lot of damage, but she cannot take many hits. She is a small woman. A small one, powerful one. Lariat again. Down goes Raven. And Takashi up to the top rope. She's going for something big here. Giant forearm. Holy crap. From Raven Star. She may have just knocked Takashi out cold. And she did, Angus. We have a winner. Raven Star. An astounding finish to an amazing match, if I do say so myself, Ryan. That was an amazing display of athleticism from both of these women. You're damn right, Angus. I was on the edge of my seat that entire matchup. Look at that DDT. That is a thing of beauty right there. And this is what we thought sealed the deal. The double knees off the top rope. An absolutely devastating maneuver, but then Raven fires back with a devastating maneuver of her own. That massive forearm right to the face of Suki Takashi. And that's all she wrote, Angus. An amazing matchup and a great way to kick off SNT. If you're not counting that attempted murder of the Meatwave earlier on tonight. I'm sure they'll be fine. Walter healed surprisingly fast. Either way, congratulations are in order for Raven Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Warpath Rumble winner, Duke Quinn. Mr. Quinn, you now have a championship match against Tyrannosaurus at Total Domination. How do you feel about that?
Let me tell you, bro, I feel amazing. I went out there and did exactly what I said I was going to do. I was the last man in the ring, and I earned that title shot. I gave it everything I had and then some. I was ready to bleed and suffer to win that match.
Did losing your tag team titles motivate you to win the Warpath Rumble?
Damn right it did. When Tommy Prime took my title and CJ Carter crippled my partner, you bet your ass I was motivated. When it came down to it, it was me and Gunso Afro in that ring. Both of us had lost our titles. He lost his earlier that damn night. But both of us wanted to prove ourselves and get back on the top. And let me tell you something, bro. Gunso gave me one hell of a fight. Once I got backstage, I shook his hand and told him myself. He's a good kid, and I hope he kicks Big Dollar Jim's teeth in for what he did to get that belt off him. In fact, all our champions fight dirty. Jim had his low blow, Tyrannosaurus with his chair shot. Roxanne didn't win the title off Caitlyn, and do I really need to say why the Gatecrashers don't fight fair? Do you know what this federation needs? We need a real champion. We need a man or woman who fights fairly and doesn't have to cheat to win. We can't have a guy like Tyrannosaurus being the face of this company. What kind of role model is he? That's why I want to win that title. I may have had a lot handed to me in life, but I've earned everything I've done since joining Saturday Night Thunder. Wrestling is mine. I won those tag titles. I won the Warpath Rumble, and I am going to be the next SNT World Champion. I've fought for this. I've earned this, and no one is gonna take that away from...
Oh, what the hell? CJ Carter out of nowhere! Attacking Duke Quinn mid-interview. Yeah, that's some real good sportsmanship there, Carter. Attacking your opponent when it's not even time for a fair fight. And Carter with a suplex to the Rumble winner. Seems like CJ Carter's had enough of the Dukster's monologue. I think you wanted to teach him a lesson. Ordinarily, I'd agree with you, Ryan. But we know that CJ's partner, Tommy Prime, is the one who's had all the real problems with the Dukester. I'd love to hang around and see how this unfolds, but it's time for our main event here at SNT. You're right, Ryan. We'll give an update on Duke Quinn's condition later on tonight, but I'm sure he'll be okay. He's a tough guy. Right you are, Angus. Speaking of tough guys, we've got one of the toughest in SNT, Jared the Anarchist Smith. And as we mentioned earlier, we have some information about our main event. This is part 1 of a tournament for the brand new SNT Premier Championship. I gotta say, Angus, I am digging the yellow. Really like that look for a title. I like it too. It reminds me of the old Intercontinental Championship from the 80s. And as Angus stated, this is a part of a tournament. Every episode of SNT up until London Blitz is going to have a match to determine a participant in the fatal 4-way match at London Blitz, where we will crown the first ever SNT Premier Champion. And Smith is looking to get in on the ground floor of this action. He was number 1 in the Warpath Royal Rumble after Gus Reviews pinned him in a match where the loser would be the first entrant in the Rumble. Now, Jared's performance was nothing to sneeze at. He did just fine in that match. Some would say he excelled in that match. But either way, it wasn't enough to win the gold. Well, I mean, technically the gold wasn't actually on the line. Just a chance at getting a shot at the gold. You know what I mean, Angus. Just a shot at the victory. And who we have here is another contender looking for his chance at glory. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ezekiel Gates. This young upstarter from London is a fantastic in-ring competitor, if still a little bit rusty. Gates attended the University of London, where he got his master's degree in computer sciences, all while training to be a wrestler. And this is his first televised wrestling event, and it is on SNT. He has a lot to learn about the business, but his enthusiasm is infectious. And when this kid hits his stride, you will be blown out of your seat. I can guarantee that. You don't like sitting down a lot at these events, do you? I do not, Angus. The ticket may cover the whole seat, but I only need the edge. It's like you're doing a radio commercial for a monster truck rally. I have done some commercial work in my time. I'll admit that. I've done a lot of odd jobs amongst the wrestling business. This contest is underway. Gates out of the gate. Oh, maybe not quite firing off on all cylinders like he hoped for. It takes a lot to get the upper hand on a veteran like Jared Smith, but Ezekiel Gates might be working it here, hurting that arm, and the punch is coming back. Now an Irish whip. A great camera angle there. Thanks a lot there, Scotty. Knee to the stomach. Here's the Russian leg sweep. Drop in the back of Jared onto that canvas. Smith has an amazing talent for holds and submissions. His ring awareness is better than almost anyone in SNT into the corner. You might say he has a sixth sense about him. Maybe a spidey sense of some sort. But if Smith has the senses of Spider-Man, Gates has the athleticism of Spider-Man. This kid will fly. Spider-Man doesn't really fly, though. Well, he'll swing for web sounds weird, but looks like we're about to see him go to flying elbow drop off the top rope. Ezekiel Gates firing off on all cylinders, another elbow drop, missing that sign. Jarrett Smith back into this fight. And Smith's got the hold on Ezekiel Gates, going for the suplex. And Gates is flat on his back, looking up at the lights. Now he's looking at the bottom of Jarrett's shoe. He probably has an anarchy symbol under there as well. Knee strike! Right in the side of the head. And now it's time for Smith to do what he does best. He is going to work that hold. He's going to try and break Ezekiel Gates' leg. Trial he won. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep the enthusiastic little British boy down. He's able to fight out of it, punch to the face. Gates and Smith back up. And both these men are extremely into this fight. They are both going for that title, or at least a shot at the title, swinging neck breaker from Ezekiel. The Anarchist getting some momentum back in this fight as well. These two constantly trading blows and reversals. And look at the clubbing hits from Jarrett Smith there. Irish whip into the corner. Ezekiel Gates has nowhere to go, but he fights out of it. And now Ezekiel Gates going for the Hurricane Rana. And Jarrett Smith once again on his back out of the ring now. Ezekiel Gates over the top rope. I told you, Angus. I told you that kid was Spider-Man. Ezekiel Gates has great things in store for his future. Now Gates back in the ring, going for another one. Ooh, okay, he's still a little rusty. Yeah, like I said, he's not perfect, but with some proper training and some more work, if he doesn't go backbreaker, with the proper discipline and training, especially since he's not in college anymore, Ezekiel Gates could be a main eventer on Saturday Night Thunder. That is, his career doesn't get stopped right now by that Tiger Eye suplex. Jarrett Smith. Ooh, I thought he was going to go for the pin there. Nah, Smith doesn't want a pin. He wants the submission. Dropping Gates on his back. And now he's going in for another knee strike. He's got a bit of strong style mixed in there. The striking prowess of Jarrett Smith isn't something that's often discussed, but you do not want to get in the way of a running knee from the Anarchist. It looks like Ezekiel Gates is about to get another face full of that devastating maneuver you were just referring to. But a Hurricane Rana, Ryan! A Hurricane Rana gets him out of it. Gates is on top again. I know most of our fans at home don't know about Ezekiel Gates yet, but you damn sure better know his name by now. One of his signature moves is the DDoS submission hold. And it looks like now might be the perfect... Oh, if he doesn't go for the pin first, Jarrett Smith going to be kicking out of this one. Kick out of two. Looks like now might be the perfect time to bust out that DDoS submission there, Ezekiel. We'll see if he goes for it, if he doesn't have other plans for him first. Kick to the stomach. And there it is. He's going for it. DDoS submission locked in. This could be it for the Anarchist. Is Ezekiel going to London Blitz? Smith is fighting out of it. He does not have the grip locked in. Elbow to the face. While Smith is fighting for the gold, Gates is fighting for the gold, a pay-per-view win, and his hometown. He is from London. If he wins the title in London at his pay-per-view debut, the roof is going to explode off that place. And Ezekiel Gates with the flying crossbody, ducking the clothesline. Oh, and once again, we see Gates trying to do a little more than he can handle. Gates is trying to show off, but he is still able to fight out of the hold. And the kicks to the stomach. And he's got the Anarchist on the ropes once again. Ezekiel Gates is making a lot of sloppy mistakes here, Angus. This kid definitely needs some more training, but what he gets right, he damn well gets it right. And here's hoping we're going to see some more of that damn good action right here. Ezekiel gets on the middle rope, flipping senton onto the Anarchist. Now Gates taking the hand of Smith, going for the arm drag into the corner. Smith may have busted his head on a turnbuckle there. And Gates eyeing up his target, getting pumped up. The crowd is into both of these men, but only one of them is going to be going for that title in London. Into the corner, Gates following suit, and he's got him up. Repeated punches to the head off the top rope. And then an uppercut to finish the job. I think it was the hip attack there, Ryan, that finished the job. And Gates once again going to the top. This match could be all over with Gates' elbow drop from the top rope, and he's going for the cover. Ezekiel Gates is going to London Blitz. Oh no, he's not. Maybe not, Angus. Maybe not. I can't count Gates out yet. I can't count Smith out yet. These men are both fantastic competitors. They may both be fantastic, but they are getting weary. Smith struggling to get back to his feet. Ezekiel Gates is going to have to do something to catch him off guard. And he did! He calls that move the blue screen. And he's got him in the cover. Can he kick out? He cannot! Ezekiel Gates is going to London Blitz. There you have it, folks. The first member in our Fatal 4-Way match for the Premier title. And remember, you fine folks watching at home, every week there's going to be another part of this tournament. An amazing display from Ezekiel Gates here. His first televised matchup, and he won a championship opportunity in his hometown. This kid's got talent, but for now, we are wrapping up tonight. Thank you all for watching this episode of Saturday Night Thunder, and we'll see you next week.
You could see the man that you were always meant to be. Praying that they'll be. They're too scared to ever let you be. So set a bar and never grow. Envision dreams you'll never know unless you dedicate your life to show that you exist. I'll break the mold.